Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Now first we'll be starting with the Lyman series. In the Lyman series, we have to calculate the wave number of the various spectral lines. सबसे पहले तो ये डिस्कस कर लेते हैं कि इन द लाइमन सीरीज किस तरह हमारे पास वेरियस स्पेक्ट्रल लाइंस फॉर्म होंगी. फॉर दिस let us consider that this is energy level number 1, this is 2, 3, 4 and so on up to infinity. जब एक इलेक्ट्रॉन को एनर्जी मिलेगी, obviously it will move from the ground state to the higher energy state. अब हायर एनर्जी स्टेट में तो चला गया. सवाल ये है कि when it returns तो ये किस एनर्जी लेवल पे वापस आएगा. If from energy level number 2 it comes back to the energy level number 1, or from 3 it comes back to 1, or from 4 it comes back to 1, then it will lie in the ultraviolet region of the spectrum, that is it will form the Lyman series. हम स्पेक्ट्रल लाइंस को नाम किस तरह देने लगे हैं. When it returns from shell number 2 to the shell number 1, then it will be the first line. When it returns from shell number 3 to shell number 1, then it will be the second line. When it comes from shell number 4 to shell number 1 again, it will be the third line, and so on, fourth line, fifth line, etc. यानी समझने वाली बात यह है कि in all these cases the electron is coming back to the shell number 1, and if it is returning from infinity to the shell number 1, that line will be called as the limiting line. यानी लाइमन सीरीज में हमें ये बात समझ आ गई that in all the calculations N1 will be 1. यानी इलेक्ट्रॉन जो वापस आ रहा है वो शेल नंबर 1 में है. Now let's start the calculation. For the calculation of the first line, ये बात अब हमें समझ आ गई that in this case the lower level N1 will be 1 and the higher level, that is N2, will be equal to 2. This one is the higher level. For the calculation, we know that the wave number is equals to the Rydberg constant 1.09678 into 10 raised to the power 7 1 over, अब N1 की जगह लिखेंगे हम 1 square minus 1 over N2 square था और 2 की वैल्यू है ये हमारे पास यहाँ पे 2, so 2 square meter inverse, and the answer comes out to be 82.26 into 10 raised to the power 5 meter inverse. अगर हमें फर्स्ट लाइन की कैलकुलेशन समझ आ गई है, we can easily do the calculation for the second line. For the second line, Lyman series की ही कैलकुलेशन है, तो N1 फिक्स है 1, N2 will be equal to 3. जो बात हम यहाँ पे समझ चुके हैं that this will be the second line. Again doing the same calculation, wave number will be equal to 1.09678 into 10 raised to the power 7. N1 square वही रहेगा 1 square, लेकिन N2 square अब हमारे पास 3 का square हो गया. And the answer now comes out to be 97.49 into 10 raised to the power 5 meter inverse. In the same way, we can do the calculation for the third line. Third line में क्या होगा? N1 will be 1, whereas N2 will be equal to 4. Let's do the important calculation, that is the calculation of wave number for the limiting line. Limiting line के लिए हम ये specify कर चुके हैं that N1 will be 1, N2 will be equal to infinity. यानी limiting line is developed when electron jumps from infinity to N1. Performing the calculations, that is, the wave number will be equal to 1.09678 into 10 raised to the power 7, 1 over n1 square minus 1 over the square of infinity, and that will be equal to 109.678. 109.678 into 10 raised to the power 5 meter inverse. Yaad rahe that the values of all these wave numbers lie in the ultraviolet region of the spectrum.